You're listening to the Comic Crusaders Podcast. I am your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. In this show, I'm sitting down with creators from all walks of life to talk about inspiration, process, the lessons they've learned, and a whole lot more. Wepa, what up, me gente? It's your boy Al Mega here with a brand new Comic Crusaders podcast. And today, OMG, my heart be still because I'm going to be talking to a legend. I mean, she is an actress, comedian, designer, former model. You may know her as in the role of the second Aunt Vivian Banks from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I mean, and she's now Helen in the current iteration. Right, I mean, because she hooked up third Aunt Viv. You owe some work on this, but we're gonna dig into everything, your whole career. Let me introduce to you the one, the only, the very talented, the amazing, the legendary Daphne Maxwell Reid. How you doing?
Fine. Just after that introduction of whoa,
you've been killing it for years, girl. Yes, and my wife is just sneaking in on the corner trying to sneak a peek. Like, oh my god,
peek to her too.
She coming a little busy. She just ran in here being nosy. Like, hey, I gotta see. Is this really her? Al, were you lying to me? Al, I'm like, no, I'm not. I am talking to a living legend right here. Thank you so much for agreeing to, chit chat with me a bit. Hopefully, my big homie come on in a minute too, so you could get on this awesomeness. Because let me say, he loved Bel-Air. I mean, who don't? I mean, the OG to the new, amazing stuff, great stuff. And let me tell you, when you showed up, in that series, I was like, I did a double take. I said, no way. Not just that, you brought back the OG Will's mom too. I'm like, oh my God, what is? This show is like just doing it right. This is how you reboot a show. By basically complimenting what it was, as opposed to trying to emulate it, and and bringing it to today's narratives. So, thank you for me seeing you there. I need to know a whole bunch of stuff, but before we get into that, just for people to know, I mean, where you originally from, where you grew up at, how did you get into this wild and crazy business?
I fell in backwards. I'm from Manhattan. City girl.
Yeah. Then you know what a good bacon, egg, and cheese and a good pizza is. I get you.
I do. You fold that puppy,
Thank you. Over here in Florida, they use knives, and when I sat down in the shop and folded mine, they looked at me like I was a psycho. They're like,
no, you fold.
My hands are clean, folks.
And you eat it hot so that the cheese will pull out.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof. Preach. So, all right. So, how'd you get into this whole crazy business growing up in Manhattan? How was that like?
Well, I grew up in the projects over there, the Amsterdam houses, right across from where they built Lincoln Center. So I watched that go up, and I got to work there as, I guess you'd call her a one of those people who shows you to your seat at the New York State Theater.
Okay, like a concierge, right? So one of those. Yeah, I got it. The usher. There you go.
Lower.
Oh, damn. Hey, the flashlight, security card. There you go. Yeah, right there. I see you. There's an empty seat there.
Here's your program. Here's your seat. I did that in high school, and I watched them shoot West Side Story down in my neighborhood. I mean, it was a great place to grow up.
They shot that in your hood, and you saw it?
Oh yeah, the original West Side Story.
Say word. I mean, there ain't no other, because this one is okay, but ain't nothing like the OG.
It's different.
Yes, it is. Thank you. Nice. I love how she put it so nice. It's different, yeah.
But it's of its time, as is the Bel-Air. The Bel-Air is of its time.
Yes.
It's nice to have an hour to get to know these characters a little more, because when we were doing the half hour Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, we had a problem that everybody had an opinion on, and we had to solve the problem. And 22 minutes is up. So
don't you love the 80s, 90s? I mean, that's what it was all about. Problems get solved in 30 minutes, folks.
That's it. And it really wasn't 30 minutes, because they had 7 minutes of commercials. So you only got 23 minutes to get it all in.
Wow.
And Bel-Air has a nice hour, and it's shot so cinematically. And I mean, it was fabulous to see the multi-generational, multicultural behind the scenes over there.
Oh,
they are kicking it back there.
So is it much more of a diverse, back end as opposed to the OG?
Oh, yes.
Ooh,
Oh,
really?
yes. The OG spent her years with her husband's years trying to make sure that there was some diversity back there. I want
Oh,
somebody
wow.
who looks like me to be dealing with my hair and my makeup and my
I hear
lighting.
you. They understand. I hear you.
So now it's a glory to see how far they've come behind the scenes.
It is because it is definitely, like I was saying, a beautiful remake. I mean, again, to the time, like you said, wonderful. Because I'll say straight up, Carlton was not my favorite at the beginning. I was like, oh
Who's
my God, yo, this is not the what happened to this Carlton? You know what I mean? Oh, wow, did they change this?
That's comedy.
Yeah,
This is not comedy. They are
yeah.
not intending to be comedy.
So, how did you feel about that when you saw that they wanted to take this approach where, here comes the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, all fun and stuff, and now it's like, nah, we're gonna do this a little bit like harder.
I think it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant. We got to meet the creator of the show, the guy who conceived the concept,
Mm.
one that Will picked up off of Instagram. We got to meet him when we had the reunion 2 years ago, and he had great ideas, and Will was so excited about working with him and the deal that they had cut with Peacock, and I was anxious to see what it was going to look
So
like.
you knew early on that this was gonna pop off.
Oh yeah.
I love it. I love it. And talking about that reunion, because of course, I mean, as a Fresh Prince fan, who's not gonna watch that reunion? Obviously, minus the late great James. I mean,
Yeah.
totally missed in that. Talk about that reunion of so many years getting back together. How was that?
Well, we've always been together, but this was the first time that everybody was in the same place at the same time.
Ooh,
We've been
cool.
in groups of 3, 4, 5, but never all together at the same time. So it was incredible. It was really a family reunion because we are really a family. We're very close. We kind of all grew up together, and it's just glorious to see how my children and my nephew have grown.
Hey, that's how she sees them. Those are really her kids. I love that. So yeah, so how did you guys keep in touch during that gap of time, and then seeing the between that and the reunion, and then obviously I see you guys kind of getting together slowly, if you will, in this reboot. Because again, when you showed up, you didn't show up alone. I mean, you showed up with the OG. Well, mom, my wife were like,
Yeah.
yo, what's going on here? Get out. We were like fanboying and fangirling at that moment. Like, yo, this is respect. I love it.
Yeah, Will has that kind of loyalty to the people that he loves. And we really are all very, very close. We basically grew up together and maintain that family connection. We used to travel together. We've been to their weddings. We've been to the births of their babies. We've sadly been to a funeral, which really tore us up. And we stay in touch. We go to Comic-Cons together, 2 or 3 of us at a time.
Really?
Yeah, we
Hey.
come back from Wales with the OG Butler.
No. Oh yeah. I mean, pre-gangster Jeffrey.
Yeah, pre-gangster. Yeah.
Yeah, because this new
Darling
Jeffrey scares me.
Warren Parsons. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
We had a good time in Wales there. Yeah.
So all right. So when you do cons, I mean, what's coming up? Because I need to meet you in person and just say thank you and the team. I mean, who you be rolling with at these cons? I gotta know now. Hey.
Oh, I don't know. They just pop up every once in a while, and I either have time to go or I don't. So
okay.
I don't know when the next one is.
Gotcha. So I gotta know. Because obviously I mentioned you came back on this bad boy right here, and you have a whole different role. Your name is Helen. You're like an art council board member, and you are really helping, the third Aunt Viv, if you will,
3.0.
find herself. Yeah, 3.0. Love it. So how did you feel when they asked you to come back and do that type of role, within the scheme of Bel-Air?
Well, it was a couple of months before we shot, but Will called me and said, how would you like to come and play this part? We want to surprise the cast with some of the OG members. And I said, oh, that'll be a lot of fun. So we didn't get to surprise them because they had to do preparations and things for our coming. but it was such an honor to be asked to join this new group of fabulous actors. I was really impressed with the caliber of their talent.
See, I gotta ask that, yeah, because here, being with the OG, now we have this new iteration, right? How, how do you feel the energy of this cast to the OG? Is it a comparable energy? Is it more hype, or what?
It's different because they are young, and I'm not.
You get out of here! You look at you. You're a young. I mean, this lady was an amazing model back in the day. Folks, I mean, look at her.
They have an energy that is comparable to their situation, and they're very close as well. And they just do a lot of bantering together. So there's a homogeneous feeling of love in that group of people, as it was with our original.
Yeah, and they're multi-talented too, because Coco Jones got a voice. I mean, all of them. I mean, all of these kids are like, I mean, Will Smith was the rapper, and then you had Jazzy, and the rest were actors, whatnot, right? But now you have this whole cast, like, all right, you know what? I think we're gonna get a Bel-Air soundtrack with all of their voices on it.
There's a whole bunch of stuff they can do, and they've come from such wonderful programs. They've been around. They've been working actors, and they are good at what they do. I'm very impressed.
Are we gonna get more Helen though? Because we get into season 2. Because I need to see more. I want to know what's popping here. I don't know, but maybe let's go. But for real, because again,
season is over. I don't know. All 10 shows have been shot.
So I know you talked. We mentioned this before. This is actually a product of its time. But how do you really feel about that? I mean, seeing these differentiate where they're taking this Aunt Viv, so seriously. It's like, this is a woman. She's an artist, and had to step back for her man. Or so we think. Because again, there is that question that was mentioned earlier. How did even forget money? I mean, where he come from? There's so many things going on here.
Yeah, but there's so much you can explore when you have an hour, and
I love it.
That's the fun of the show.
I love this. I mean, this is probably one of the best shows of 2022, and I'm sure 2023 and 24, because we need to keep seeing more of this. This is
I hope so.
It's just
another year, and they'll probably start shooting this summer.
Oh,
it'll be exciting.
I need to see more. So what's up with you? Because you got a lot of stuff going on too. So outside of Bel-Air, what's popping in the world of Miss Reid over here
tonight?
Tonight. What's going on tonight?
Tonight, BET Plus. I'm in a new movie called Trophy Wife. It drops tonight.
Ooh, are you the trophy wife?
I am not.
Oh, okay. But you are you going to be starting some trouble in this bad boy then?
You'll have to see.
All right, can you give us a little bit about Trophy Wife? What's that? What type of film is it? Is it one of those? Is it a scary movie, if you will, or
No, it's a mystery.
A mystery,
it's a dramatic mystery. Hey. It's a love story. It's a little salacious, a little fun.
Love it. Hey, so talk to me. How you got connected with BT? Because I see them. Bless salute to BT, because I see them really not putting their foot forward to do some original, diverse content. So salute, homies, for doing that. So how'd you get hooked up with BT and getting these ops with them?
Well, I got cast about 3 years ago on a show called The Business of Christmas. Ooh. And it was an independent producer who this sister ran that show and sold it to BET. And when they saw it, they asked for another. So we did The Business of Christmas 2 last year, and that's on BET. And then she just sold it again, and we're going to do The Business of Christmas 3 this summer. So,
Wepa! We getting a lot of Christmas gifts from Daphne. Epa! I love it.
A lot of Christmas, but a lot of fun working with now another new family of guys that come back each time, and we share more of the story of this Franklin family.
How does that growth feel that you keep, expanding, meeting new talent, if you will, in this journey of yours? How's that been? And can you what can you tell me?
Exciting to see that the caliber of the talent that's out there, and it's exciting to see that there are so many more platforms to show content.
Yes.
When I was back doing television in the 70s and 80s, there were 3 networks. And if you were on CBS, you were on CBS and you did a whole lot of shows for CBS. But now you have
Wow. Yeah.
so many more ways to get your content exposed to the public. Sometimes you have too many ways and the audience gets really thin. But
I mean, it's the new generation. Their attention span is very short. So, you know.
yeah, and then we have now the electronics where you can see them anytime you want and you can see them over and over again, which you did not have with regular network television.
Which I'm kind of happy, which allowed me to have a happy childhood instead of being stuck in front of a TV.
Yeah, they're a little more mobile now.
Yeah, you know, I mean, but I dig it because anytime I could see more of Daphne, why not? I mean, yo, I'll tune in. It is what it is.
Good.
So tonight you got this film. You're doing this Christmas movies. What else you been getting into though? I mean, how what did you do during the COVID time? Because I know that a lot of people were trying to navigate. How did you navigate?
Well, we shot the reunion during COVID. I shot Trophy Wife during COVID.
COVID. How was that? Based on your experience.
Yeah, Screen Actors Guild has great protocols for our working conditions.
Excellent.
So we were in a safe environment. We were in what they call a bubble. And you stay in that bubble so that you don't transmit anything. And it's a good working situation. So I did a lot of little movies. I just kept working. And then I also am a seamstress and a designer. So, of course, I was making masks.
Oh, you were?
Oh,
what?
Yeah. I'm still making masks because I'm still wearing masks.
As many of us should, you know, because we got to keep healthy and you know, not just about ourselves, folks. It's about others.
Okay, but it's about me.
For me, like I'm safe. I'm good. I got my vaccines. I wear, but I also, you know, even though I'm vaccinated and all, I still do wear in respect of others. And maybe I don't know if they have their shot.
Correct.
I don't want to do something.
That's why I wear mine all the time, and I put HEPA filters in my mask. I put a filter in.
Daphne ain't playing, son. She got some good stuff.
As well as looking pretty good.
Hey.
On my website, you can see that stuff.
Oh, really? What's the website? You didn't give me the website.
DaphneMaxwellReid.com. So you spelled my name right on the screen, so anybody can write that down, so they can spell it right, and put .com at the end of it, and you'll find me.
You better get those masks. I mean, they got those filters, son. That's the real deal. That means you probably won't even smell somebody passing gas. That's how good they are.
He said
I've never tested it. I never tested it that way. She goes.
That's out. That's not.
Only playing. I'm sorry. I'm just sick like that. Sometimes I find an opportunity to say something stupid.
Okay.
I'm sorry. So all right. So I also understand you in 2010, a couple years, you know, several years ago, you became an honorary member of Delta Sigma Theta sorority in the 50th National Convention. Yo, how'd that come across? What's popping there? That's big too.
That was one of the biggest things that had happened to me in my life.
Wow.
And I was the only one initiated that year. And I had no idea. I had been working with local Deltas doing projects for years. And when they put me up for honorary member, I was honored because I liked the way they work. They are a service organization who are very politically connected and they work hard. And I said, oh, I'd love to come work with you guys. Well, when you get initiated, you have no idea what you're walking into.
Ooh.
And I was stunned. We were in New Orleans, and as I entered the auditorium, 17,000 women in white stood up and cheered for me.
Whoa.
And I was flabbergasted. It was the warmest greeting, and I didn't have any sisters. So I told them, my mother couldn't give me any sisters, but now I have 250,000 sisters.
Oh, geez.
Talk
about expanding the family.
They're such a great group of women. Their purpose is service. And I love that. because my purpose is to serve.
Yeah, as all us human beings should be, to serve one another, and live the happiest and best life we can, because we only
Oh,
got one, folks.
oh yes,
We
yes,
only got one. So you gotta live like Daphne is living a best life. I mean,
I am.
young woman, still kicking ass. I mean, getting more work than some youngins.
I
I'm
don't
talking to
know.
you.
They're very busy.
No. Some millennials, though. I mean, I see them. This generation be chilling too much. I mean, they need to learn from us old workhorses. Get her done.
They need to put this down and look at this. Look at the
Yes.
world around them. They're
Yes.
missing a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what makes me feel so special sometimes in the generation I grew up. Because I'm that I was born in the '70s. I'm an '80s kid, '90s. I grew up before all this blew up, so I understand both. I
Right.
got acclimated into it, but I lived the past life.
And I understand the new technology and I understand the purpose of it and the usefulness of it, but it should not become your life.
Yeah, agreed.
Because your life is out here, it's not there. That's
Yeah,
somebody else's life, and you don't need to live their life. You need to live yours.
agree. You need to be pushing it like Daphne does, folks, because she killing it. I mean, look, a movie tonight. She got some movies coming up. She hinted at something really special coming soon. If I can't wait. But I gotta know. I mean, this story got me so hooked. Like me and wifey are bummed that like we have nothing else to watch.
It's over. All 10
Hurry up.
then.
Hurry up. Get them done. What's going on?
Has nothing to do with me. We'll see what's
if
coming.
if it was up to you get it done real quick.
No, I
No?
get it done at the pace it's getting done. It's a lot of work. I've been there.
Oh, okay. Talk about that. Yeah. So, also, okay, I understand you've been a unit director, executive producers on stuff. And like, how does that feel like navigating different hats in your journey?
They're fun. I like different journeys. I'm not one to just do one thing, go to an office and look at the same walls and do the same thing and push the same piece of paper. I can't do that. A new journey is a thrill for me. I'm the one who jumps off the cliff and says, "Oh, what's down here?"
Oh my God. Before you land, okay, I'm falling. I don't know where I'm
Oh,
going.
this is great. Let's see what we can do with this.
I love people that take that
I've
step
just
forward.
had blessed opportunities and I've been prepared to handle them when I get them. So I always prepare with
Excellent.
any information I can find. I love learning. I intend to spend my entire life learning something new.
As we all should.
And it's been a blessing. I married a wonderful man who is the most creative animal I have ever seen, and helping him get some things out.
And how long you guys been together? Talk about that.
Well, we've been together 42 years, but we got married 40 years ago.
Whoa. Wow. Wow.
Yeah. And he's still working too and creating. He just started a new network. Guys, write this down. LGCY, short for legacy.
Ooh.
LGCYTV.com.
Really?
Great programming on there. And he's been doing this for about a year. So subscribe. It's free right now.
Hey, folks, you hear this? So what type of content am I going to be able to view? That's amazing. God bless you guys. Yo, what a creative power couple. That's amazing.
All sorts of things. We don't sit still. We keep busy.
That's right, yo. An example to life right there, folks. I dig this so much, yo. So what type of content can I find on LGCYTV.com?
There are different channels, and there's one channel that's sports, and there's another channel that's conversations, kind of like what you have. He interviews people that he did during the COVID lockdown, and it's called The Chronicles. His COVID Chronicles. It probably has a new name by now. He does lifestyle. He does travel. He does international travel. He has films and content from his fellows that he trains. He has an institute where he trains filmmakers.
What?
And they're all over the world. So he gets films from London and Nigeria, and his students who worked with him, they're from all over. And he loves to see them bloom as well. And some of them have really skyrocketed. So he's busy with his institute, and
That's
we
amazing.
he just keeps creating things.
Oh my God, you guys just murdering it then. I mean, what a power couple that's blessing back the community that are fans of yous. I mean, through programs like that and you doing what you're doing. I mean, wow, salute, hug. I mean, wow, amazing. I hope to reach that point one day. I mean, I'm at the halfway mark of where you're at right now, marriage wise.
Ah, you're our children's age.
Yeah.
Ah,
Hey, yeah, there you go. There you
we're
go.
watching them bloom as well, and they're doing quite well. So you are too.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that because I know you've been killing it, murdering it, everything. Because wow, but damn, 42 years married? Wow, that's long. I hear that number. It's like, wow, what's the secret sauce, Daphne?
Respect, honey. Respect. Respect. You got to respect that individual person. You will never be one person. You are two people traveling together, and you have to
Mm,
allow each to bring their strengths to it and to grow at their own pace.
well, that is real talk. So much truth in that. Be individuals. We're not one. We are individuals. I dig that. So look at that. This is like experience and wisdom, folks. I mean, I don't want to be picking her brain on me, but how can I save myself, and get to 42?
You got to
Just be a good man. That's all. I know my
learn
rule.
how to fight fair. That's all you need to do.
Oh, definitely. Always fight fair. Absolutely. Don't no low blows are not allowed like boxing.
No low blows. Respect, respect, respect.
I dig that. So um just two more questions before we go. In your journey, what has been one of the most toughest situations that you dealt with, and how did you overcome it and make it a win?
I think one of the toughest situations we were in was when we had to close our film studio that we had built from the ground up. We
Oh,
built the first full service film studio in Virginia, and we had a great run, but the politics and the environment changed. People
mm,
needed tax credits to bring their work to Virginia, and we couldn't get the legislature to do that. So we
ah,
would create content and we got that content out, but then you have to go get more money, which keeps you from being creative. And it just got to be too much, and we sold it. And that was difficult because we felt like we hadn't finished. We hadn't failed, but we hadn't finished. And to leave a project when you haven't finished is kind of a hollow feeling.
mm.
But you get up and you start over again and you go in a different direction, which he has a much smaller studio, but he's still creating content. So he has survived that. I have survived that and decided that I'm not running a studio anymore. And
Too
I'm
much
going to do some of
stress.
the things I want to do
Excellent.
that I needed more time for. So we shook hands and said, okay, let's do it.
Excellent. There you go. So Tim doing his thing, you doing, and that's that. No
That's
hola. I love it. So great. What's the last question here?
uh-huh.
What's the best piece of advice you could give any youngins trying to come up and trying to navigate the field like you have? Because you've murdered it, like I said. I mean, actress, comedian, model. I mean, you've done it all, girl. I mean, and you keep doing it. So, what can you tell these youngins right now trying to come up?
Well, I would tell them to make sure that you stay healthy because this is not a sprint, it's a marathon.
Mm.
And it's going to take time, but you're going to enjoy the journey if you pay attention to the details and you learn as you go about all the things around you that makes your life rich. I try to inspire people to do that by the photography that I do of doors, trying to focus people on the details in their life that really brings a lot of enrichment to the journey to the next step of where you have to go. And remember to never let the successes go to your head and
Mm.
never let the failures go to your heart. Get up
Ooh.
and keep going.
Oh, I never heard of it that way. Especially the failures, don't let them hit your heart. So true, because failures should be a learning experience, not something that
That's all
hurts
it
you,
is.
but
It's
something that
just a
teaches
road
you.
sign.
Yeah.
Yeah. Says, don't do it that way. Try another way.
Oh, that is real talk from the legendary Daphne Maxwell Reid. I mean, just as you see it spelled there, hit that .com. You better buy these masks because she got them filters. They're going to protect you and everyone else.
I got cards. I got designs. I make these coats.
Wait a minute. What?
Honey, you
did that?
Go to the website.
All right. Oh, there you go. You see, what a tease. What a tease. So he goes, Comic Crusaders, I'm not going to show you everything. You better go visit my site.
Tote bags with my photography. These are my doors that I designed the fabric for and made tote bags. There's lots available. Mother's Day is coming up.
Yes, it is.
To see some receipts so I can send out some packages and get them to you before Mother's Day. Come on.
Get them done for real, because those bags do look dope. I mean, let me include that. She's also a photographer, folks. Jeez, I mean, look at those pictures. You inspire me. You inspire the hell out of me.
I've done my job.
For real, you're an inspiration. You're a blessing. I always like to give my flowers to just thank you. Thank you for entertaining me in my youth, doing what you do, doing what you've done, and doing what you continue to do. God bless you always, today, and forever. You are amazing. You know, every time I've seen you, you've brought a smile to my face for sure. And believe you me, I am fanboying like nuts. My inner owl is going like this right now, and I'm trying to keep composure, but just thank you.
Trophy.
Yeah, but tonight, I'm gonna tell wifey because she loves those type of movies. She loves those.
You're gonna love this one. It's deep.
She loves these movies, and then of course, there's always the question. Wifey turns around, would you do that to me? So I hope the men here better be behaving, because I don't need these crazy questions. Oh my God, she's gonna get me in trouble. I'm just gonna watch that. No, baby, not me. I dig this, folks. Please, I need you to follow Daphne everywhere on the socials. So on Twitter, you go to DMR Fresh Prince. On Instagram, it's Ms. MS Daphne, the number 13. And on Facebook, Daphne.Reid, REID, and the number 1. Show the love, show the support, share, and buy. Because DaphneMaxwellReid.com is where the business at. Get some fashion, some bags, and take care of your mama. All right? And with that, again, Daphne, saludos. Thank you so much for your time.
To your wife, happy Mother's Day.
Hey, I'll let her know. She'll be happy with that. And with that, folks, you know what to do. Besides following everything that Daphne has out there with the websites and the socials, make sure to check me out, too, on a little small owl on comiccrusaders.com and Undercover Capes. Check out my extended family outside the panels and No Prize and the Friend of Crusade. And to my boy, Clep from Critics, sorry you couldn't be here, that you couldn't make it. I know you were excited, but I guess that's Massachusetts traffic for you. But with that, hasta la próxima, mi gente. Thank you again, Daphne. Wepa! Later. Thank you for listening to the Comic Crusaders Podcast. If you like the content, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, please visit comiccrusaders.com and our extended podcast family over at undercovercapes.com. And also, make sure to download the Comic Crusaders app on the Google Play Store today.